Everyone, I'm going to show you how to solve Leetcode question 297, serialize, deserialize a binary tree. It's a hard Leetcode question. Serialize is the process converting a data structure or object into sequence of bits so that it can be stored in a file or memory buffer transmitted across the network. Basically, what it asks you to do is that it give you a binary tree input like this, and it want you to write to output like 1 2 3 no no 4 5. Basically it want you to serialize it and then also deserialize it, meaning that it gives you an input like this and you have to construct a same tree from it. And no restriction on how you serialize or deserialize algorithm should work, but you just need to ensure that a binary tree can be serialized into the string and the string can be deserialized into the original tree structure. So it doesn't matter what kind of order that you want to do it, and you just do make sure that the binary tree can be converted and basically and also converted back to the original tree. So an order that easier to do that I can think of is I'm gonna show you how to do this with the pre-order traversal. So the pre-order traversal is pre-order let me write it here. The sequence is basically the root and then left and then right. So the pre-order, it always start with the root node. For example, here it gives you the one, right? As an example, 1 2 3 and no no and 4 5. And I'm gonna it's pretty straightforward when you try to convert the tree that they give you. You just need to write a function. It's basically a depth search function, and then you append the root value, basically the node, into the result. And after you append that, you want to run the depth search on the left node, basically append the value, and then run the depth search on the right node, and that's how you append the value. The only thing you need to do is make sure to include a comma in between each different value. This can be easily achieved by the join function in Python, and you just need to add the comma in between each string. That's for the serialize. And for the deserialize, then they give you this root, whatever list that they give you. You just need to make sure that do some condition check at the beginning rollouts on edge cases, and then you already know we're doing pre-order, right? So the first node guaranteed to be the root node of this tree, and then you're gonna run the left tree. You're gonna run the deserialize function, run it recursively on the left side of the tree, and then the right, you're gonna run on the rest of the list, and then you want to return the root in the end. That's how you convert it back. I think it would be more straightforward if I show you how to do this in code. So let me just start with the serialize function. Basically, write this tree, convert the tree into a list first. So I'm going to you can see the type is all tree is all defined, and everything encodes our tree into a single string, right? The string, and you can I'm gonna define a result. Basically that's the output. I'm gonna include something in that like this. I'm gonna define our depth search function and run this on a node. So if node is empty, it does not exist at all. So I want to append what I want to append it to the result is you can do any value that you want to say, any alphabet or whatever number. You just need to make sure that you use the same one to when you deserialize it. You don't have to use none here. I'm just gonna append a none here, and I'm gonna return this. And then what this function does is actually append the no.vol into the list, right? No.vol, but it's actually a string. It's not an integer, so you need to convert this no.vol into a string first, and then make sure it append to the end result here, and then you're gonna run this function no.left recursively, call this function on the no.right, and basically continue to run this function, right? And that's it for the function. And then I'm going to call this depth search function on the root node. And then once I call the function, I have all the strings that's together, but it'll look like 1, 2, 3 and all stick together. So what I wanted to do is, what I wanted to return is actually, I want to divide them by a comma. So then I'll do the join function for the Python, and then for the result. So in that case, it will add all comma in between 1, 2, 3, and everything will add a comma. That's it for the serialize function. If I want to deserialize it, what I need to do is I'm gonna write a same function, deserialize. I'll just spell it this way, and I'm gonna pass the end result to it first. And if the result, the first value in the result, the string is equals to none. If the first one is already does not exist, right? I'm gonna pop the first value, and then I'm gonna return none in this case because it simply doesn't exist, right? And then I'm gonna say the root node is actually the tree node. And if you look at the definition here, the class is tree node here object. So I want to use the same class that they have defined for us, and it's basically the result list first index zero's value. That string is the root node for this tree, and I'm gonna pop the 0, right? After that pop the 0 is root.left, and I'm going to root.left equals to, I'm gonna run the deserialize function on the same result, and then root.right, I'm also gonna call this function recursively so that I can run this on to get the root.right as well. And in the end, to deserialize this tree, I want to return the root. That's how you return the entire tree, right? So then I'm gonna call this function. So the result is data split. So split is a Python function to make sure that it split the data is with the comma. So then I want to call so basically the root equals, I'm calling the function to run the deserialize function on the result. And then in the end, I'm going to return the root to deserialize this tree. And yep. If you think this is helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon with more Leetcode questions. Bye bye.